Hi, today we are going to make okra or bhindi ki sabzi in an unusual style. If you are bored with having okra in the same old way, or if you are not a fan of okra, I highly encourage you to try this recipe. There are certain do's and don'ts when dealing with okra because you may end up with a slimy dish when not done right. I will be sharing the important tips to keep in mind. I ordered my okra from Jamuna, which is now delivering fresh produce to your doorsteps in Germany. Follow the link in the description box below to place your order. I'm starting by washing 250 grams of okra nicely. Rub it between your hands to get off the dirt. When clean, transfer the okra onto a dry kitchen towel. Then tap gently to dry the okra thoroughly. If you do not dry it, it will create slime and stick to the knife while cutting, making it difficult to slice. I am now wrapping the kitchen towel around the okra to let it soak the excess moisture until we move on to our next steps. Here I have taken one medium-sized red onion and 2 green chilies, which I am going to slice. Also slicing my green chilies, you can adjust the amount according to your spice preference. Moving on to our okra, which is nice and dry now. I am removing the heads and tips first, then slicing them into small pieces. So that was all for the prep part. Let's move on to the cooking process, for which we have a big pan on medium heat. To that I am adding a tablespoon of coconut oil, letting it melt, and then I am going to add 2 whole dried red chilies, just removing the heads for a better flavor infusion. Frying for 1 minute. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds and fry until they start crackling. Then I'm going to add about 15 to 20 fresh curry leaves along with our chopped green chilies. Sauteing it for another minute. It smells so wonderful in the kitchen right now. Now our sliced okra goes in, and we are going to saute it for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium heat to bring out its flavors. Keep stirring for even cooking. After 2 to 3 minutes of sauteing my okra, I am adding my sliced onion and going to saute it for about 3 to 4 minutes. The reason I am adding my onion now and did not add it before is because I want to keep it crunchy. I really like the added texture that it gives to our dish. As you can see, I am constantly stirring it so it cooks evenly. This step helps to bring some caramelization to our vegetables, which also brings out their natural sweetness. You can see that after sauteing our vegetables for 3 to 4 minutes, they have become glossy, and that is when we are going to add 1/4 cup of beaten yogurt. Adding citrusy ingredients like yogurt, tomatoes or lemon adds a really nice tangy element to it and also helps remove the slime from the okra. I'm also adding salt now and didn't add it before. It's because when you add salt, it makes the vegetables release moisture, which would have led to our okra becoming slimy. That's why we sauteed the okra to get rid of the excess moisture before we added salt to it. After adding yogurt and salt, I am sauteing it for about 2 minutes. Now I have reduced the heat, putting a lid on and letting it cook for about 5 minutes. You should not cook it for too long, otherwise the okra will become mushy. Just cook it enough so that the okra still has a little bite to it. This is how it looks after 5 minutes. And now we are going to add our other star ingredient, that is 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut. I prefer using thicker shreds for my recipe, although you can use thin ones as well. Also adding half teaspoon each of roasted coriander powder and fennel seeds, that is saunf powder. Mixing everything well, we still have low heat. The coconut and spices that we have just added will absorb the excess moisture and your okra sabzi will remain nice and dry. I'm switching off the heat now and going to add juice of half lemon. Do not miss this step as it adds a lot of flavor and rounds up our dish really well. Our coconut okra sabzi is now ready to be served. This is one of my favorite ways to cook okra. You can serve it along chapati or paratha. Try it and I'm sure you will like it too.